2. Welcome to Android App Addicts, episode number 46. The show where we have a little Android party here. We bring our apps, not just me. We have 3 other co-hosts / guests on the show, and we just bring some apps. We find out what we like during the week, what we're using, what's new, what's bad. I mean, I have a terrible app this week, and I'm just going to bring it up because of that reason. And we just hash it out, and we see where that goes. Hopefully you guys get something out of it, and maybe you learn about some apps that maybe you didn't know about before. Maybe. I said maybe a lot. First, let me introduce Door-to-Door Geek, Steve McLaughlin. What's up, Door?
Hello, Steve. Having fun. Real quick, Google Plus. I love the fact I've gotten at least 7, it seems like, emails a day from different people asking me to give them invites. Anybody who wants invites, do not hesitate, please. Here's the ultimate reason. I want to have a good podnutz circle in my Google Plus, and here's an easy way for me to do it. Also, all the kind words everybody sent, thanks a lot. Mike from Maryland, don't forget, I'm your hookup if you need anything at the place I work. Very good. Speaking in code now. Well, he mentioned he liked hearing my Baltimore accent, and I just like saying "hun" a lot, so it works out. Saying what? Hun. Hun. Mm-hmm. Hun. And people from Baltimore never say the word Baltimore; they say Balmer. Really? Yeah, they can't pronounce the name of their own city. Interesting. Thanks, Dor. No problem. Tim Kelly from Tim'sComputerFix.com. What's up, Tim?
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
We're doing good. How about you?
Doing good, man.
Very good.
Got my Droid X2 rooted.
That has a Tegra too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Thought so.
How'd you know?
I don't know. I heard it somewhere.
Really?
Can't get it out of my head for some reason.
Yeah. And it runs good on that benchmarking thingy.
Yes, it does.
That's good to know as well.
Yeah.
All right. Also, Cody Cooper's joining us from NiceGeekComputers.com. What's up, Cody?
Hey, Steve. Hey, Dor. Tim.
Hello.
Hey, wow. Animosity there. Hello, Cody.
It is animosity. Well, you saw what you did to the man last show. I mean, cut him some slack.
The man jumped into that fire himself,
yeah,
man.
Actually, you're right. He's right. He's right. Got to give it to him.
I had my wife listen to it, and she just looked at me and she goes, "You're such a nerd."
Welcome to my world, Cody.
Oh, I know. No, I thought of you. I knew it. I knew she was going to be like, "Oh, you and your damn Linux," or whatever.
That's awesome.
But I have to make a correction from the last show that I was on. I said one of the funniest things I've heard at 1.5 times speed was the intro to Linux for the rest of us. But in fact, it's Eye of the Tiger at 1.5 times speed.
Yeah.
I want to be able to play that again, so we need to have somebody to compete with Tim.
Oh, well, I'm working on it.
All right, good.
That's one of the things I'm going to talk about today, actually. So
yeah, I was actually considering for a split second, getting the 3D Evo, but I have no reason to right now. And usually that usually didn't stop me in the past, but right now I don't want to mess with my phone. It's just I really like it, so we'll see what happens.
There you go.
Yeah, wait, man.
Yeah, maybe I will. Tim, start us off this week.
Okay. Well, as I had mentioned, I rooted my Droid X2, and basically is very easy. All I did was use an app called Gingerbreak, and you can download the latest Gingerbreak APK from Mediafire, and that will take care. And basically, it's just real simple. You drop it on your root directory, you navigate to that APK, and you click install, and it'll install it. And then you click run, and it'll ask you if you want to root, and you say yes. And the phone will reboot, and you're rooted. There's one thing I have a question for you, Dor, with your Droid X2 there. With your Droid X.
Rubbing it in.
I'm going to bring up my phone. I'm going to bring up my phone here. The Droid X2 has a built-in
thing.
Yeah, a built-in file manager. Did the original Droid have that also?
Yep, where as soon as you launch it, the first screen has phone files and like shared files.
Okay, well, it's like in the app section. So if I hit it, it just goes to, internal phone storage, SD card,
Yep.
or shared folders, and I can go into either one. Just a simple file manager there, and the root
Yep,
directory. And there's my Ginger Break 1.2 APK that works well with the Droid X2. So yeah, it's really easy to do, and it also bumped my benchmark up.
Oh no.
Yeah, oh no. On my quadrant, it bumped my benchmark up.
To
You don't need it bumped up.
Would you try and run away with the game here, Tim?
No, I'm not running away with anything. I rooted my phone. I mean, everybody else has their phone rooted. Why can't I root mine? But
What's your benchmark score now?
well, the next time somebody comes up that wants to challenge me, we'll find out.
Man.
Door, also on that Droid X, how when you move your icons to your home screens, see, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because on the original Droid, it is different. Whenever I hold down an icon, it'll like the way I do is different. So let's just say I just want to move this glow hockey to my home screen. I'll hold it down, and then that pops up. You either add to home, or you share, or you add to group. And then you hit home, and then it'll come to a screen that looks just like this, huh? Is that what the
That's what it did for me when I was in Gingerbread. I'm 90.999% sure. But on Froyo, it would instantly just drop to your home screen, and then you could drag it around.
Okay, well that's the way the original Droid was. So I was just wondering if it was the same case for the original Droid.
Well, it might be a blur thing. I'm not positive, but I know when I went to Gingerbread, I had something, I think, similar to that. But like also when you open up your file manager, I didn't have 3 choices. I don't think. I think I only had 2.
Right. Okay. Well, how do you like Google Plus on your Android phone?
Quite upset. Well, I'm quite upset at the fact I can't share a posting. All I want to do is share a posting, and I can't share it.
On what?
On Google Plus.
Okay.
Google Plus.
You know, the thing everybody's been talking about, no matter what kind of, even if you're a knitting podcast, it seems like they're talking about Google Plus.
Now, Cody's eating a piece of pizza right now, and I don't think I don't think he could bring pizza without bringing some for everyone. I just don't think that's fair.
I got more pieces here. Here you go.
That would be really awesome if we all picked a piece of pizza out of the air.
We need to coordinate that next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Be an awesome Brady Bunch moment.
Go ahead. I broke up the conversation here.
No, I just wanted to touch on Google Plus as an app for an Android phone. It to me, I mean, I think it's usable. I like Google Plus, and I think so far it's really in the early stages, and I think it works well on the Android.
I agree.
I didn't even put it on yet. I didn't sit down and make friends with Google Plus yet. So if anybody did add me or whatever on Google Plus, I plan on being more active on it. I haven't taken that time yet and just wrapped my wits around the thing yet, but I will do it soon. So I will install the app too. So good. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah.
Is that your app, Tim? The Google Plus and Ginger Break?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Cody, what do you got?
Well, I'll just do a quick story real quick, which to kind of explain my situation. I actually got a new phone this week.
Ooh.
This week?
Wait.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have 3 lines between us. When I canceled my iPhone, I switched that line over to Sprint to get the 3D, and we still had the other 2. And I was thinking, well, I'll just wait a couple months and then we'll migrate them over eventually. And just kept having problems that I was having on AT&T, so I switched the other 2 over because at the time the Evos were only $29. So I killed the other 2 lines on AT&T, switched them both over to Sprint, and then my wife and I got an Evo 4G each.
Ooh.
So now I have my 3D, which is my main line, but then my business line is the Evo, and I've never done any ROM or routing before, so I'm so excited to have a device to do it that I got for next to nothing. So I'm just over the moon. So I need to talk to you about that or listen to some past shows. We'll catch up on that.
It's all about fresh.
I'm hearing fresh. I'm hearing CyanogenMod 7.1.
Fresh.
Fresh. Okay, I trust you.
All
I trust
the way, man. It ain't.
Okay.
It's nothing. It looks like the stock setup. I mean, it's. I can't even remember the stupid. What is? It looks like the stock setup on the Evo. I mean, the only thing that's different is all the Sprint stuff is taken out.
Okay.
You're thinking of it too, aren't you, Dor?
Yeah.
What the heck
It
is
ain't-
that called? I can't.
it
We're doing an
isn't
Android
TouchWiz.
show, and I can't even
It
think of the
isn't
name.
Blur. It's
Sense.
Sense. Yeah, I can't believe it. Sorry, guys, I forgot that.
It's okay.
It's exactly like Sense, the original, but it runs like a rocket. The battery life is awesome. It's super stable, no Sprint crap, and it's just, I love it. So that's my recommendation.
Yeah,
Great.
It seems like Psy Anagen is for the person that wants, I mean, insane number of features, options, tweaks.
But I'll tell you, I've tried
Possibilities.
Cyanogens twice on my phone, the Evo 4G, and it goes on, but I never get full functionality. I haven't gotten 4G through it, and there's usually something else that doesn't work, and the battery life isn't as good as Fresh. There's just something about Fresh that just really works on the Evo for me. So.
Right. And I would say the people who have fallen in love with Psy Anagen, what it seems like they always do, they load it, something's not working right. Then they do the nightly build every day.
Until it works.
And then until it works, and then they stop updating the nightly build kind of thing.
I'm not going to do that.
It's a little time consuming and dedication.
Not when Fresh exists on this planet.
All right. Well, I'll take your word for it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to investigate that. So ever since I got the 3D, and even before I had an Android device, I've been making this huge list of apps specifically for coming on this show. I'm like, great. I have that wealth of apps. I'll never run out of apps ever. And then I realized I had that list of apps in a note application on the phone I got rid of.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That sucks super bad.
So a half hour before the show started, like, okay, I'm just gonna bring on my list of, my Inspire's gone. I was like, freaking my wife's like, what's going on? I was like, I don't have any apps. She's like, yeah, whatever. So but I remembered a few when I brought them.
Okay, good.
They're not as awesome as some of them that I want to talk about today, but that's fine. But you guys are familiar with TED Talks, correct?
Damn that was mine.
Oh, darn it.
You know what? It feels like it's Christmas time, and
The kid across the street got your BB gun?
yeah, something like that. That's what I feel like right now.
Or maybe the kid across the street had a faster BB gun than you, and
Yeah,
then showed
exactly.
it. Well, now you know how I felt last show.
Cody's never gonna live that one down. All right, tell us about TED. It's a good app.
Yeah, it's called TED Air.
Yes.
It's an app that basically has quite a few of the TED Talks. They're like I think 18 minutes and under. But I don't have cable, so I literally rely on online content from Entertainment Now, and being able to have these talks. I mean, they're just fascinating talks. I mean, some of them are humorous, some of them are really, really informative. Like there was this guy who made like this insane water filter, and he filtered like this completely dirty water on the stage and showed it. And then there are talks about marketing. I mean, literally everything. Like every single one of them is fascinating, and they're so concise because they're in that short time, so they're really honed, and they get as much information to you as possible. It's a great service. You can download the video podcast, but this is an app that streams it directly through your phone, and I was really happy to just be able to kind of flick through it and have them all right there kind of on tap. And I thought it was really, really neat because I'll have a half hour here or there to do whatever during my day, and I can just pop that on and I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm the same thing. I haven't watched TV in like 2 months, and I usually get my TV over an antenna. I get HD over the air, and but I haven't watched any network television or anything, and all my information's coming through the internet now too. So that's why I think that apps like this are great. Like I was looking at that app and a couple other apps. That's where I get my entertainment now. It's all internet based, and TED is like just super geeky. I mean, it's really fun. It's like watching It's like watching I don't know, Discovery Channel or Science Channel, but just for like geeks. It's really cool. It's that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's hard to really explain sort of. I mean, because it's such a vast majority of talk. I mean, a vast variety of talks.
Yeah.
I would say if you're not familiar with the service, just go check out a couple of them, and trust me, you'll be hooked. You'll really, really want to just delve into it some more.
The one I started watching was the Google guy Matt Cutts. He did he started doing this 30-day adventures or whatever. I can't remember what he called. He'd basically start a new activity like every 30 days, something he's never done before, something that's kind of crazy or whatever. And he started doing this, like riding a bike 1 month, or like he wrote a novel in 30 days, and he did some other like physical activity, and then he ended up climbing Mount Kilimanjaro because he got himself so involved in doing all these activities and stuff but he would only take 30 days and do each one. And he said it basically changed his life. It was pretty interesting. So that's one of the cool things that's on there too. So definitely good app. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Over to you, Dor.
Okay, the first app I'm going to say is not an app. And I will also say I'm not going to be able to be extremely descriptive about these apps because right now I'm in the middle of applying my second of 3 update.zips in my DroidX bootstrapper loader thingy thing. And the way I got there, I gotta say, I know I've said his name like 4 times in the last 5 shows. Knucklehead Tech. I will find the link to it, and I will put it in the apps list at podnutz.com/forum, Android app addicts show picks. It's going to be called Knuckles SBF. Okay. And this is a niche audience only. I'm sorry, people. Verizon Droid X users. You can do an SBF, which is essentially like wiping your phone and redoing it, because you even have to reactivate your phone, okay? To do it in the past, it was always me as a user had to boot into Windows. Then I had to search and hunt and peck and find these RDS Lite 4.2, and then I got to find the right patch version, and then I got to hunt and peck and look and find and see if I can find the right SBF file, download it. Nope, phone ain't it's an infinite boot loop. Download another one. And then you got to keep going through all these steps over and over again, and it's a tumor. Okay, I'll say it is a tumor. Once again, to the rescue, Linux. You have never been able to do an SBF in Linux, period. And Knuckle found the best possible way you can do it. It's a downloadable ISO file, which means you don't have to know nothing. If you can read at a 3rd grade level, you can use this tool, okay? You burn it to disk, you boot to it. You plug your phone up via USB. You have to boot into what's called like the maintenance boot manager, which looks completely different. You can't hit any keys, you can't do nothing in it. And you hook it up via USB, you boot to the disk. It's actually running a customized version of a distro called Slitaz, S-L-I-T-A-Z, which means nothing to anybody, but it's cool, I like it. And you boot it up, it takes at least 3 minutes to boot up. And then when it gets booted up to a point, it has 3 things listed, 1, 2, and 3 with the numbers. And then it says pick one. Number 1. Yes, my phone is connected to the computer and it is in the maintenance boot screen or whatever it's called. 2, no, I don't have it connected. And 3, explain how to get my phone into that maintenance boot manager window thingy. You hit 3, it tells you step by step how to get there and how to do it. Then you go back and they're at the same list. You plug it up, you hit the number 1, you sit back and you see stuff going by, stuff going by, stuff going by. Phone then reboots when it's done, and it says press 1 to reboot your computer or to shut down. You hit 1, your computer shuts down. The very next thing you have to do, reboot the phone, hold down the home button. This takes you into the normal Verizon Android friendly boot manager, where you have to do what's called a wipe the data and cache partitions. And what that does, it removes all your app settings and all of your apps because you want to clean start as possible. And then when you reboot, you're in one of 2 versions, because there's 2 of these disks. One is original Froyo, which is the most versatile version of Android for the Droid X. From that, you can jump to any ROM in existence. Okay, easily. And the second one is a unrooted Gingerbread. This is what you install if you really just want Gingerbread, because the native over-the-air Gingerbread and this Gingerbread that you download is non-rootable. No one has figured out a way to root it, period. But if you want to basically start over with a very clean system and you don't want to go through the hassle of finding this and finding that and going through the stress of my phone ain't rebooting, kind of thing. This ISO file is the key to sanity. I said that a lot here lately, Steve. But it really is. It is a great, simple, easy way to just not worry about, resetting your phone. This also gives you the freedom and ability to do whatever you want on your phone, because this phone is nearly impossible to brick. The only way you're going to brick it is if you go to do an SBF file, you don't have it hooked up to a laptop, you have it hooked up to a desktop, and you have a power outage, and you don't have a battery backup. That's the only way I think it's even plausibly possible to cause it to be unbootable. So I like it a lot. Anything that's simple, Linux, and gets me back up and running without any hassle, to me is a good thing. And I will say, if you have any inkling at all that you're going to need this, go get it now, because every time I see it, it's hosted at like MediaFire or Mega Download or whatever it's called, one of those things, which means it ain't going to be there forever. So if you think you might need it in the future, download it, put it in your Dropbox, which is super insecure, or someplace else.
Okay. Thanks, Dor.
No problem. So when I talk about these apps, I'm going to talk about when it's my turn again. I'm going to talk like I'm looking at a cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not looking at the app.
What do you mean?
What?
Because I can't look at the app. Now I'm here at the there's a brand new phone screen on my phone.
Oh, okay.
And this is gingerbread. Yep. Which I'm not going to activate because it makes noise. I'm being good,
Do what you need to do, Dor. And
I'm good.
You can look at clouds all day long.
I'm good. And don't forget, you need a Google Plus invite. Hit me off, doortodoorgeek@gmail.com. DOORTODOORGEEK at gmail.com.
Very good. Didn't you mess it up last week?
Oh, it was horrible. I was talking. It was like I just injected caffeine into my arm and I couldn't talk straight.
DOOGKE. Oh, wait, hold on.
Exactly.
We don't know it by now. I mean, come on. Everybody should know it. No, not you. I think everybody should know it by now.
This could be their first time listening.
Okay.
It's possible.
It definitely is possible. If it's your first
and
time
I'm the
listening,
smartest guy you've ever heard on a podcast.
they'll be the judge of that. But I agree.
Damn it.
I agree.
tried.
I agree with you. My app is pretty lame. It's called